Hello and welcome to Do You Watch Anime? My name is Adam Corky, and today is a very special, very interesting, and if it doesn't get views, I'm gonna fucking kill. No, I'm kidding. Today is. Here we go. I'm good at this hosting thing. So the premise of the show, if you haven't listened before, is I have a guest, I sit down with them, and I say, do you like anime? And we go from, or do you watch anime? Oh my God, I'm really good, I promise. And today I am joined with my mother.
I'm your mom.
You're my mom.
Hi. Adam.
Hi.
How are you? Did you know you're my favorite son?
Oh, for context, I'm her only son, so there you go. That'd be really funny if there was no context and it's just like she's really favoritism.
I know. I just want to get it out there right away so we know how much I love you.
Yeah, great.
And how I'm really happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy you contacted me to.
I'm very nervous.
It's okay.
Just so you know.
We're good.
We're going to have a good time, though.
We are. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yes.
So, Mom.
Yes.
Do you watch anime?
Adam. I am anime.
Okay.
You wouldn't be an anime if it wasn't for your mother.
It's true.
If it wasn't for your mom putting it on the television.
It's true.
And I just feel that, I feel very cartoonish a lot of times in my life. So,
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So, yes, I don't watch anime. I am anime.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, I make anime.
Oh, okay.
Can I just show? I know it's a podcast.
It's no. Tanner brought stuff, so I
just
actually
tell
don't
you?
know.
Can I just tell you? I've listened to all your podcasts.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I had to do research.
Yeah.
I was killing myself. It was so awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when Tanner brought snacks, I went, okay, I feel better now.
I'm so confused. Like, I legitimately, oh, you made it. Oh my God.
I made it.
That is gorgeous.
This is for Moon.
Okay, so what you're not seeing is, explain what you just pulled out.
Well, it was a conversation you and I had over the summer about your podcast. And I said, oh, that's so cool. Maybe I'll do some research on it. Maybe I'll go on your podcast. And at that point, I was kidding. So then I went online because I thought I have to do research.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, look what I found. I went on Etsy and they make
my God.
anime. So I said, since I don't watch anime, I am anime. I will make anime.
Oh my God.
So these are just little prototypes. Because I've made things in the past.
Yeah.
This is my first time making anime. So I have made Lloyd from Spy Master.
Spy Family. Good
Spy
try, though.
Family.
Yep.
I'm trying.
It's okay.
This is Tanjiro.
Yeah.
From Demon Slayer.
Oh my God. This is so cool.
And this is the one I know
Yeah.
because I've watched this with you.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And
I
even brought
What?
the pictures of of the instructions so that I could show you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That is so freaking cool. I will post this on.
I was going to say, I have some pictures, and you can take some pictures, and you can post them.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
So if you're,
these are for you and Moon.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
My little contribution to your world of anime.
Can I grab it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I got them on little stands because they don't stand up on their own, right?
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Amazon and I are good friends.
Little friggin' oh my goodness.
That's my hair.
I can tell. Oh my God, this Tanjiro is so cute.
Did I do good?
Yes, very. Like, these are absolutely adorable. Oh my, I am so.
Here's Lloyd.
I hope you know if people see this online, they're probably going to want you to make something.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
These are so cool. They're so cute.
They're not perfect.
No, but like that's why I love them.
When I started them, I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What does this mean? Oh, wait, it's important to my son.
Oh, my goodness.
And like I said, Sailor Moon was an easy one. And I knew that Moon would love Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Right? Am I good? And then, and the thing is, Adam, when I was going through, I got these patterns off of Etsy.
Yeah.
If I post the pictures, I will definitely give credit to the designers. But I found Sailor Moon. I really loved this designer's project. And I thought, wow, I can't wait to make this. But I'm still scrolling and I'm going, well, if I'm making something for Moon, I need to make something for Adam. But I couldn't see anything. And you know me, I see all your cosplays on Instagram. I come to your house and I see all your things.
Yep.
And I'm just randomly scrolling and all of a sudden, there's this guy with blonde hair and a green suit. And I'm like, I've seen Adam with a green suit. I get out my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm going through quirky cosplays. Oh, there it is. Okay, this guy. And then I'm scrolling some more and I went, oh, that scar. I've seen that scar on Adam and it's that hair. I don't even know who these people are. I have no clue who these people are. But wait, Adam does.
Yeah.
So I bought those 2 patterns.
Wow.
And then I had to do, and I mean, I won't get into all the details, but it was incredibly challenging to get the yarn and the eyes. And then I even had to order stuffing. For once in my life, I did not have stuffing. Of all the things I have made in my whole entire life, I did not have stuffing in the house.
Wow.
So, you know, I had to wait some time for the yarn to come in. So I'm studying the patterns. I had to go on Amazon and order eyes because in this country that we live in, we are underpopulated. So hobbies are very difficult to pursue in some cases. So eyes were difficult to find. And like I said, the yarn comes from Turkey. I had to wait a week for it.
Wow.
Yeah. It had to wait a week for it to come in because I wanted to be true to what the designers were doing because I wanted to see how they turned out with sizes. And I'll have you know, it's little teeny tiny crochet hooks that really hurt your fingers.
I bet.
Yes.
Because when you pulled them out, I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
This looks insane.
And I'm pretty sure I cussed as much as I laughed over making these things because of the, you know, and I consider myself a fairly qualified needle worker.
Yeah.
I won't call myself a hooker in front of you, but I'm a fairly qualified needle worker.
Yeah.
And, I just thought I needed a new challenge. I have other things. I make clothing, you know that.
Yeah.
And I actually during the pandemic, I made your sister Shannon a baby Yoda.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yes, and that was just what I happened to have in the house. So, but for this project here, I wanted to do it right, and I wanted it to be pretty for you guys. So I really hope you get to keep them.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Imagine you're just like, no, they're mine.
Well, and it wasn't, and you're not going to believe this. Like, I knew all of this, and actually, while I was finishing them up, I was listening to all your podcasts.
Oh my God.
I was making muffins.
Yeah.
And crocheting anime characters.
God, that's adorable.
And listening to your podcast. And of course, your dad wasn't around, so I could have it turned up, and I was killing myself laughing. I just thought it was so much fun you were having, and I thought, okay, now I'm getting excited. I have something to bring.
Yeah.
I have something to bring that is anime.
Yeah.
So I'm not totally an idiot about it. But I did do some research.
Yeah.
I went online and said, okay, who is this blonde guy?
Yeah.
And I knew nothing. I thought, is he manga or is he anime? And I'm listening to you guys and I'm like, okay, what is this? I looked it up. I know the difference between subs and dubs. I am like so proud of myself. I like dubs, just so you know.
Okay.
I am a voracious reader, but when you're looking at action on a screen, I prefer that I be able to look at the glorious animation of this genre. I was like, whoa. Because I've only just done some clips and things of some of the things like One Piece and Bleach and all this stuff that you've mentioned and Haikyuu.
Oh my God.
Aren't I good?
Yeah, holy shit.
Well, we're just about I know we're only like a few minutes into this and we're just about at the end of everything I know about anime.
Oh my
So we're going to have to find something else
don't
to
worry.
keep us going.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'd interview you as Anime for Dummies.
Oh my God.
But, I forgot my notes at home, so you're off the hook. So anyways, I was doing this, so I did some research on this, and I thought, does Adam cosplay anime, or does Adam cosplay manga, or does Adam just cosplay? Well, I believe Adam just cosplays.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, but when I found Lloyd and I found Tanjiro, and it took me a long time to remember their names.
Yeah.
And they're on the pattern, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But all it just says is Lloyd. And I'm like, well, who the heck is Lloyd?
Yeah.
And then I get up, Wikipedia. I love Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Tells me who Lloyd is. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can see why Adam wants to be Lloyd.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And Tanjiro. And I was making his little checkered jacket there. And I'm like, oh, by the way, he's got a little sword. It comes out. He's got a little sword.
Oh my!
Yes.
Oh my God! I just noticed that.
Yes,
that is
he's got a
so
little
cute.
sword.
It does come. Oh my God!
Yes.
It's so
Yes.
cute.
They are not perfect. It's my first
Yeah.
attempt. You know me, the more
Yeah.
I make something, the better I get at it. And I've been doing needlework, fiber art, you name it, hooking for years.
Yeah.
I knit and crochet, and I've done several things for you.
Yep.
And I don't know what I've done for Moon, but I know that if she wanted something, well, you guys have blankets and stuff
Yeah.
I made. But anyways, this is my first attempt. So Sailor Moon was first Moon. I made her for you, and I now can make all the other sailors because I have a pattern. So yes, so I will give credit to the designer. I have my way of doing things. They have their way of doing things. We combined that, and this is what I came up with.
I love it.
And I was so happy with them. They stood along the back of my couch for days.
Yeah.
And people would be coming and going, oh my God, that's so cute. And I'm like, yeah, they don't stand up. I'm like, oh, wait. Amazon again comes to the rescue. I had to actually order twice because the little ones were too small for Sailor Moon. So anyways, I thought, well, you have all your things.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to be able to place the things you just got from me with your things.
Absolutely.
So
oh
how'd
my
I
God.
do?
I am.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
they
you.
look incredible.
Thank you.
Also, a note.
Yes.
A lot of anime is from manga.
Yeah.
So,
From manga.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just discuss now
Okay.
that we've gotten over the
Yep.
surprise. And I hate surprises, and I really did not want to do this to you.
No, this is
but
good.
I had no other way of doing this for you.
No,
You've
I
been-
like that.
You've been away, so I couldn't
Yeah.
consult you on this. I couldn't do anything about this.
Yeah.
However, I did tell my friend in Dubai. She's seen the pictures
Okay,
of
yeah.
it, and she loves them.
I love it.
Thank you.
They're so freaking cute.
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Thank
God
you.
damn.
Okay. Just so you know, they take more yarn in some places than they do in others. Like Sailor Moon's hair is nearly a whole entire ball of yarn. And I'm
Wow.
like, if I have to order
Yeah,
if I have
I
to
get
order
it.
more yarn. And it was, and the guys, even though
Yeah.
they're little, they take so much yarn. But anyways, enough of those guys. We're not here to talk about me. We're talking about anime.
Oh my God.
So, do you watch anime? I watched anime when my son was small.
Yes, that's what I wanted to also
Right?
get into. Yeah.
Yes, I watched anime when my son was small. I remember, when you were really little, it was TVO. When you were really, really little, animation has always been part of my life.
Yeah.
I grew up with all the Disney,
Yeah.
right? I grew up with all the Disney. It was the thing to go see a Disney movie.
Yeah.
At the drive-in. Do people even have that anymore? Drive-ins. I know there's one not too far from my house
Yeah.
still. It was this big deal to go to the movies and see Disney. And then, I'm dating myself. I know I'm 29, but I have a lot of life experience.
Yeah.
But VCRs, I still have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs mint in the box.
Yeah.
And then I had kids. And it was TVO, and I can remember Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid. That was
Yeah.
the thing to do, to get up and watch the cartoons. Don't even ask me what they were. I can't remember now. I just remember eating Captain Crunch out of the box. That was a treat. Mom let us do that and
Yeah.
watch Saturday morning cartoons. But anyways, I remember when you were small, it was TVO, and then YTV came
Yeah.
out. And Treehouse and all of those came out. And you were a little guy. Your dad traveled, so you and I spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And I can remember Pokemon, and Digimon
Yep.
and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
And then Dragon Ball Z. You know what? I'm listening to all your podcasts and I thought, when I get there, it's going to be another episode about Dragon Ball Z. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be, because ever since I started listening to your podcast, all I got in my head is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I cannot believe I'm sitting here making muffins and cooking dinner, listening to your podcast, and singing Dragon Ball Z in my
I
head.
fucking love that.
Like, and your dad doesn't even get it.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. And I'm also listening to your podcast and going, I'm going to catch Adam in a lie. He's going to tell some story that is not the truth.
Yeah.
And I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Haven't yet. And kudos to you for mentioning your dad going to Japan and the Godzillas. And I can tell you this one trip your dad did. The guy that he used to deal with over in Japan, his brother, I think, or a relative, owned a toy store.
Yeah.
And he would drag your dad to the toy store and buy you the biggest Godzillas they had in stock. And your dad actually brought one home on the seat next to him.
Oh yeah, it's over there.
Yes, it wouldn't fit in any luggage. So
No.
so there's Godzilla, and there's all the Japanese influence, right? So he would go to Japan and you'd be begging him, bring me Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
bring me Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
And your dad would try and do that.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh yeah.
And Godzilla. Now I know Godzilla. And then the other thing that I know it's not anime, but to me it all belongs to that genre, was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they were just so big at our house.
They were.
They were so big, and when I found out that I was having a brother or sister for you, I felt entirely horrible for you, but happy for you. So I decorated your room.
Yeah.
I
Oh
sat-
my God.
Do you remember?
Oh, I remember.
So I took, and at that point in time, you weren't as much into the anime.
Yeah.
So I painted all over the walls of your rooms, Teenage Mutant
Yep.
Ninja Turtles, Gargoyles,
Gargoyles. Yep.
the Ant's Life.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Bugs Life.
Bugs
Yep.
Life, yeah. Action Man coming off of the corner
that was
with
so
on his
sick.
his little what do you call it? Zip line.
Zip line. Yep.
And I'm trying to remember who else was in there, but I did your whole room, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Down the side, I love the. And then I was trying to find pictures of you from Halloween to see if we did any anime.
Yeah. And I don't think we did.
I don't know, but I do remember you had a Pokemon birthday party.
Yep.
And I made a giant Charizard, and it was Pin the Flame.
Yeah.
On the Charizard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Everyone was like in like Pokemon hats, and there were different like Pokemon.
Yeah,
And like
and I did-
Charmander was my favorite,
Yeah.
still is. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And I can remember, and all your stuff. I still have a Charmander in the corner of your room.
Yep.
I didn't bring it today. I brought you other characters you
Yeah.
asked for. But I still have him in the corner of your room. And there are, I can probably not get through more than a couple of days without thinking about anime in
Yeah.
some way or other, because it's still in my house, even
Yeah.
though you're not.
Yeah.
And there's just other things. And I'm listening to your podcast going, oh yeah, I remember doing that. I'll tell you honestly, I remember Dragon Ball Z and the ones I've mentioned,
Yeah.
but you said you watched One Piece.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope I don't offend anybody with my
No.
lack of knowledge.
Oh, good.
And I'm like, I don't remember this. I don't remember this.
Because
I don't remember this.
So
At this point, are you the person down in my basement that lived down there and just came up for food because you were, I don't know, that teenage age?
at that point, no. I was the reason it didn't come up is because I was so disappointed with the anime.
Oh, okay.
It was because it was like the dub was completely not what the manga I was reading was.
So at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, we see the early episodes of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And you've talked about
Yep.
this in previous casts,
Yep.
that the dubbing wasn't great.
Yeah.
But as a kid, do you care?
No, but I was at that age where you could tell.
You could tell.
And I was at that maturity level where I could read. I was reading the manga with the Shonen Jump stuff, right?
Shonen, and I'm like, you said,
Fair though. Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! All had really great dubs.
Oh yeah.
I
Not-
thought so. I was recalling and I knew that this, I also read the other day, the definition of anime. And in Japan, they don't call it anime.
No.
It's just animation to them. But I look at, and I can understand your grown-up fascination with it, because compared to what we saw on television as a child, the Pokemon and the Yu-Gi-Ohs, I found Dragon Ball Z exceptionally artful.
Yeah.
Violent, but artful.
Yeah.
Violent. But I also thought, well, I hopefully have taught my children that cartoons aren't real life.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to call it a cartoon. I
No, it's okay.
apologize to those
it's
anime
okay.
fans I have just offended. I'm new at this.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
I just felt that as long as the storyline, I mean, it's always good versus evil. So I'm a big fan of good versus evil. Your sister is into complete social justice.
Yeah.
And good versus evil is just a premise.
Yeah.
And it's a good premise. So I didn't have an issue with it. And besides, sometimes some of the things they did were so stinking honking cute.
Yeah.
Ash and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all those people just playing around in their off times for the humor. I love Japanese humor, by the way. Love Japanese humor. So, and now you look at the anime that's out there, or I look at it briefly because I haven't dedicated myself to any one series like some of your previous guests.
Yeah.
Wow, I admired that.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm listening to Amy, and I was listening to, Jack wasn't, you guys, and Jack and you talked about other stuff, Hayden, but is it Ellie?
Yeah.
I admired, especially Amy and Ellie, how dedicated they were to some of the series. I thought, wow, I'm a binge watcher, but they got me beat.
Yeah.
They got me beat.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with, but I feel the artwork and the premise of some of these series is definitely the reason why but again, you also talked about filler.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that would just make something go on forever and ever and ever. And that's where I would be like, okay, now I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Or, same episode, same premise every single week. Done.
Yeah.
So how they have the dedication to watch these series from beginning to end, kudos to them. Clapping.
Clapping.
Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Yes. I also like the fact that anime doesn't necessarily, they do and they don't, but, this is for your sister, girl power. Sailor Moon, girl power.
Yeah.
And what was Ash's friend's
Misty.
name? Thank you. I had it this morning on the train and then I lost it. Misty stood up for herself in her own right. You gotta like that.
Oh yeah.
You gotta like that. And I'm really hoping that in your One Piece and Bleach and Dragon Slayer and Haikyuu, that you've got characters that are just as strong in the female role.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm happy that if that happens, because I think it's fair.
It is.
It's fair.
There's been a huge shift in the past 10, 15 years to make a lot more strong. Like, for example, Jujutsu Kaisen, every single female character in that's these two shelves here.
You do that, girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very strong female characters. Nobody's damsel in distress anymore.
Oh, well, see, there's the Disney princesses just pushed out the door.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Some, but
Yes, I'm not dissing Disney
variety.
princess. I'm not dissing Disney princesses. There's a whole heck of a lot of them that start off in bad circumstances and make their life awesome. I mean, pretty much all the Disney princesses have tragic lives.
Yeah.
Tragedy. Yeah, I don't know if I know that in Dragon Ball Z it's tragic.
Yeah.
It's tragic circumstances. Pokemon didn't seem so tragic.
No, it was more just to be the best.
It was to be the best.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being the best, right?
Nope.
Did that influence you?
Yeah, I think
As a
so.
kid?
Yeah.
If he can be the best, why can't I be
Yeah.
the best?
Yeah.
Right? Right? So how am I doing so far?
Very good. Very, very good.
Okay. 20 minutes.
We're 24 minutes into
24 minutes and we're still talking anime.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. I'm so proud of myself. I can go home now.
Oh my god.
No,
my god.
you're stuck with me. My train isn't for a long time.
Oh god. So yeah, I kind of wanted to get into kind of around the same lines of like when I was growing up.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
what was like like, I'm trying to think of the phrase. What was because thankfully I didn't grow up in a household that was like, no, like you can't watch that kind of like,
So you know me. I am not a helicopter parent.
No.
I never was a helicopter parent. My philosophy comes from surprisingly a book I read before I had children. And it was, if it is not physically harmful or morally wrong, then why not? So as children, when you said I want to or could I please, that was my train of thought before I said yes or no.
yeah.
Okay, so here you are watching TVO Kids.
Yeah.
And you're watching, I'm sorry, we did not allow Barney in my house.
No, we did not.
But, you got to watch Blue's Clues and you got to watch stuff like that. And things that I grew up with, like The Muppets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And The Muppet Show. And kudos to Tanner for knowing all the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
I knew them when he was naming them.
Yep.
So anyways, there was things like that. But then when you did want to watch the Pokemons and the Yu-Gi-Ohs and stuff, I had to look at your age. I had to look at your maturity level. I always thought that you were, pretty mature for your age. Your grandpa used to say you were an old man in a little kid's body.
Yep.
He always used to say you'd been here before. So if your grandpa's saying that, and I'm believing an older, wise Scottish man, then I am to think that, yeah, okay. So I've watched some of the episodes with you. I thought that Pokemon was pretty positive. Like you said, be the best. And yes, childish tantrums when they didn't win, that's fine. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't think was... I had concerns about Dragon Ball Z, but then I went, you know what? First of all, it should be Dragon Ball Z. And then after that, I went, okay, I have raised my child to understand the difference between fantasy and reality.
Yeah.
I've dragged you from Canada to England. How many times? Your father was in and out. Your dad. Let's not call him father.
No.
That ages him.
Yeah.
Your dad was in and out of the country several times bringing you things, and you were exposed to more than, say, the other children in the little town that we grew up in. So I watched a few episodes of it. I found I liked some characters. I didn't like some characters. But you know what? Life is like that too. You like some people. You don't like some people. So I let it go. And that's why when you were talking about some of the other animes, like Bleach and One Piece, I thought, I really don't remember you doing this. But there was this whole period of time, son, where you became a basement dweller.
Yep.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's part of growing up, and that's part of being who you are. And it's not like you were locked down there.
No.
If I wanted to go down there and see what you were doing, I could have.
Yep.
Right? So yes, and I remember Shonen Jump. When you said that in the one of your podcasts, I went, oh, light bulb.
Yeah.
Light bulb just went on. I remember that, but I was not impressed with you taking that card.
Yeah, that was dumb.
I was not impressed with that. I thought, man, if you were here right now, I'd cuff you upside the head.
Yeah.
I'll do that after the podcast.
Okay, good to know. Great.
Yeah, expect that.
Adam has a concussion. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Because his mom, his mom cuffed him upside the head. She did a karate move on him.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. So, I think that and it's really funny because I was talking to Shannon about coming up here, and she said, I want you to tell my brother that I did cosplay before him. And I went, but we're talking about anime.
Yeah.
She goes, well, and I said, you know what? We're talking about anime. So when you cosplay, you cosplay anime.
Yeah.
And you go to cosplay Comic-Cons and fan expos to see other anime?
It depends on the convention.
Right.
If it's, I obviously go to see friends.
Yes.
But yeah, it depends on the convention, depends on who's there, depends on what's going on.
Do people dress up like Disney characters?
Yep. Yeah.
And
I dress up like
Star Wars for sure.
Oh
right?
yeah. I dress up as Flynn Rider in New York.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's everything. It's not just anime.
So is anime as a is it like a soap opera?
It can be depends on the genre.
This is my theory on why you like anime so much.
Okay, I'm listening.
When you were very small,
Yep.
we're talking under 6 months of age, I was home with you on maternity leave.
Yep.
And it didn't matter what I did to your room, the minute the sun cracked the horizon, you were awake.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm an early riser too. So we would go on with our day, but after lunch, it was nap time. So, I was always told, you sleep when your child sleeps. So I thought, how am I going to get my child to sleep? So we would lay down on the couch after lunch every day, and The Young and the Restless would start.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I put it on because the opening music is kind of all mellow, and these are people who just talk.
Yeah.
So all they do is talk. And you know what? Within 10 minutes, you'd be asleep. I swear to God, today, if I put that music on, you'd probably just fall asleep on the couch. So I thought, oh, my poor child was exposed to soap operas as a baby. And therefore, these 500 episode mangas and animes are why he likes them.
Yep.
That and Coronation Street. So that you can get the drama.
Yep.
Right? And it's been going on for years. And so have these animes. So there you go, Adam. You came by it honestly. It was ingrained into your developing brain as a wee little boy.
Oh my God. Oh God. Yeah, that.
See, you have no answer to that because it's the truth.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I do remember that. Like, that's one of my first memories.
Yes.
One of my first
Nap
TV
time.
memories is
Nap time.
Victor dying 34 times.
34 times.
34 different times and coming back.
Just so you know, I don't watch it anymore. I haven't done it in years. But like I
No.
said, it was something to get us to have a nap on the couch. So you can, give kudos
Yeah.
to, American soap operas. Da, 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 da.
Oh my God.
Yes. Right? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
Yes. So what else would you like to know about me watching or not watching anime?
Okay. I'm trying to think. So what? I'm trying to think.
You have to phrase it nicely because it's your mom.
Oh, I know. What do you remember about, we're gonna say Sailor Moon the most?
Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Flying. And did she not do superpowers of some sort?
Yep.
Right? And come on, girls. And off they go. And I just love their little outfits.
Yeah, so do I.
Of course you would. You're a boy. Oh, I have a question for you.
Okay.
We're talking about girl anime and boy anime.
Okay, quote unquote.
I need you to explain to me
Okay.
why you like romance anime.
Oh, because I just, even since I was a teenager, I read Nicholas Sparks books, remember?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what it is about romance media. It just,
So it's romance media in general.
Romance me. I think honestly, when I bring it back, when I think about it, it goes back to Disney movies.
Okay.
Because it's always got that at least growing up, it always had that romantic subplot, whether or not it was the main focus.
Okay.
It always had that. And I think, I don't know, it just gives me endorphins.
Right. And of course, my experience of watching the anime that you watched, there wasn't romance because Ash and Misty and all them, they were kids.
Yeah, they were kids.
And I know Sailor Moon had a crush on Tuxedo. What's his face?
Yeah. Tuxedo Mask.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But again, you never saw that.
No,
not that I saw.
Yeah.
Right? And Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't remember.
No.
Right? And Dragon Ball Z, they were just too busy killing each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they had wives and stuff already, so.
But they were at home. You never saw them. I have to go out, go on a journey.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Right? So you didn't see a lot of that. So, and then I'm listening to your podcast and he's like, I love romance anime. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? I can't picture it.
Yeah, there's a lot of the time I feel like it's more. I like when it's grounded in reality.
Okay.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find something to watch. Oh, and I know that I've heard you talk about Fruits Basket.
Yes.
And I know that you've done some YouTube
Yes.
on Fruits Basket.
Yes.
Why is it called Fruits Basket?
Well, basically, it's called Fruits Basket is a name of a children's game. In Japan or like in the show, where the kid calls out like orange, and the orange, if you're orange, you have to go.
Gotcha.
When Toru, the main character, is playing, she gets called a rice ball instead of a fruit.
That's not a fruit.
I know, instead of a
That's
fruit.
That's bullying.
Exactly. So there's this main kind of like focus on like everyone's a rice ball.
Yes.
Sometimes you can't see this beautiful plum in the middle. And,
yes,
you know, yeah.
All right. I just remember you doing videos on it. I've heard you mention it. And I thought I just need to ask.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Trying to think. When I was getting more into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
And the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards.
Yes.
How was that? Like,
well, you know what, Adam? I love
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on on the wall, wasn't it?
Maybe
like Dark Magician or something?
I didn't have time between making your friends and the other things I do with my life. I really didn't have time to deep dive into the pictures to see what else was on the wall.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if your friends know this about you, but you've got quite an obsessive personality.
I don't know about that.
I'm just bringing it up to you like low key.
Yeah.
I don't want to stress you out over this.
Great.
So you were always a child that when you liked something, you liked something. You loved something. You lived it. You ate it. You slept it. I mean, when you were very small, Thomas the Tank Engine was your obsession. And our trips to Britain would be to just not visit Grandma and Grandpa. It would be to collect more Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. I mean, you had bedding and wallpaper and pajamas and slippers and everything Thomas the Tank Engine. So when Pokemon came along, it was, I'm tripping over Pokeballs. I'm tripping over Pokemon cards. I can actually remember you on the May long weekend in our town. We have yard sales.
Yeah.
The whole town has a yard sale. And I can remember you being a tween and setting up a table in the driveway and selling your cards.
So stupid.
Selling
because those
your
cards are worth so much fucking money right now.
But you had 8 million cards.
Yeah.
So I never objected to you getting rid of, please. I mean, your father built you a toy box because you had so many figurines.
Yeah.
You know, so many cards. You had binders.
Yeah.
I was constantly buying sheets for you to put more and more in.
Yeah.
The thing that I just admired, the artwork was amazing. And then you would be so excited when your dad came home with Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and even, was there Digimon cards?
There was Digimon as well.
Yes, they were everywhere. My brother collected Lego. My mom used to trip over it. And you collected anime.
Yeah.
Because it would be buying the little figurines, it would be buying the cards, it'd be buying, you had Pokemon books, you had Yu-Gi-Oh! Books, you had Digimon books, and I swear to God, you memorized them all.
Yeah.
When you were very, very, I thought you were a genius. When you were really small, every night before you went to bed, we would read a book. And you were probably not even in kindergarten yet, and we would be reading they were all Disney stories. They were fairy tales with Disney characters. So Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse were the characters. And you'd be going, Mom, I read to you. And you would open the book and you would read the book to me word for freaking word, and I'd be like, yes, I have a genius.
Just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I have a genius in my life.
Yeah.
And I realized that you memorized it.
Yeah.
You memorized everything. So you'd be you would hand me a Yu-Gi-Oh card and you would read the whole damn card to me, and I'd be like, genius. Genius, I tell you. But you had it all memorized.
Yeah.
You had the Pokemon books memorized. They were shredded. You looked at those books so much. I'm sure they were under your pillow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they went in your knapsack to school every day. Did we even have like Yu-Gi-Oh lunch pails?
Yep.
Did we have Pokemon backpacks? We had, we had t-shirts. Oh, you've had t-shirts from every single thing you've ever thought of in your life.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I created this child, so I am anime. I don't need to watch it. I live it every single day that you were small.
Yeah.
And when your sister came along, I just plopped her in front of the TV next to you, and she watched the Sailor Moon, and she watched the Yu-Gi-Oh and the Pokemon. Although with your age difference, she probably saw it later than you did. So, it's just been an experience. I feel like anime has been in my life subliminally for a very long time. And yes, the books and all that kind of stuff. And I used to get upset thinking, why can't he read a normal book? Like when you went Nicholas Sparks and all that kind of stuff. But for the longest time, I'm like, he's reading comics. And I thought, no, he's reading.
Yeah.
What else can I ask for? So again, is it morally wrong or physically harmful? Here you go, Adam. Here's some manga. Here you go, Adam. Here's Shonen Jump. Here you go, Adam. Here's another Pokeball. Just don't hit your sister in the head with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you know why you are like you are. The young and the restless.
Yeah. The young and it all goes back to the young and restless.
Coronation Street.
Oh God.
Yes. Yes. And me painting your bedroom walls.
Yep.
Also, you wouldn't be upset that you were going to have a little sister.
I'm trying to think.
We were talking about you having an obsessive personality.
Yeah.
I will give another example.
Okay. Great.
Before you were introduced to anime, you were very, very much into Disney.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
And you would watch the same Disney movies over and over and over again. So I had to buy, through the course of your childhood, several times, I had to buy Hercules.
Yep.
I had to buy Tarzan.
Yep.
And I had to buy Toy Story.
Yep.
The three that come to mind right off the bat because Adam gets obsessed.
Yep.
Adam gets obsessed. And then actually even before I remember you being into anime, there was, and you've talked about this before in your podcast, wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
That was in between anime.
Was it in between?
Yeah.
I know that you'd be watching
grade 8.
Yeah, I knew you'd be watching the Pokemon and stuff, but then there was this whole phase of your life that was wrestling.
Yeah.
And I know that you still watch it because you still every so often say, "What's the Rogers password so I can get on to wrestling tonight?"
Yeah.
And I know that you have talked about it with Jack.
Yeah.
And Hayden, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So I know you're still into it. To me, all of this, Adam, is just more anime for you. Only this is live action anime.
It really is. I like to use that kind of kind of crossover.
Yes.
It's like it's sweaty.
But they're dressed up. They're characters.
Yeah.
They're dressed up. They are telling a story. There's violence. It might as well be live action Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as technology improves, the fireworks and the smashing and the screaming and the carrying on, it's just Dragon Ball Z in real life.
Yeah.
Right? So I believe that a very large chunk of your life is anime.
Yeah.
Anime. Animation.
Yeah.
Animation, cartoon. Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So do I watch anime? Yeah. Every time I see my son, I'm watching anime. Every time I look at his Instagram post, I'm watching anime. I talk to him on the phone, I'm listening to anime. You can't say I'm wrong.
No, I can't.
No, you can't. I'm sitting here at your place and it's anime. It's anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. You know it, and I know it.
God. But yeah, that's what when people are like, oh, I'm not really into wrestling, I was like, it's literally anime, but with sweaty men and women.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, it's live action anime.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I just look at it like all the people in the world that are cosplayers and anime junkies and wrestling and all the reasons you dress up, it's pure jealousy. You're all jealous
Yeah.
because your birthday is not on Halloween.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Halloween is the one day of the year
Yeah.
that you all get to dress up and you get to be who you really want to be or really admire or really want. And it's only one day out of 365.
Yeah.
So you come up with cosplay and anime and wrestling so that you can have Halloween any day you like.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. I'm right and you know it.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. And of course, you did theater
Yep.
in high school.
Yep.
Another reason to dress up.
Yep. That's another one.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So any excuse. You should have been born on Halloween, Adam.
I know. It's really my fault.
It is.
Yep.
No, it's mine.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yep.
You ended up in May.
Yep.
Sorry.
Fine. Jesus.
Sorry, I tried.
It's fine. God damn it. With the cosplay thing, I think it's another way to appreciate a character.
Yes, I'm assuming that people dress in these outfits to sort of pay their respects or pay an homage to a character that they admire. And that, I think it's really cool to see all the different people
Yeah.
in your Instagram pictures and stuff like that. And even when I see it on television, people at cosplays and Comic-Cons and fan expos, I think it's amazing that they're taking their admiration
Yeah.
for something like that and bringing it to life.
Yeah.
So it's just walking, talking anime.
Yep. I think it's
Talking anime.
the purest form of fandom that there is.
Right.
Because it's just so unapologetically, I'm a fan of this. I'm going to dress up as it. That's why I like doing it. One of my friends, we were on a shoot and she brought up this shot I could do. And she's like, you always take a non-serious photos and stuff. And I was like,
You have to.
because I don't take it seriously. I have friends who take it seriously and I love them for it, and that's just, I respect every single cosplayer, whether you're getting it from Value Village or online or making it yourself. I just respect it.
Absolutely.
I don't
there
care.
are some amazing costumes out there.
Absolutely. But I just like, I'm dressing up as a cartoon character.
You are. And these people, they're not real.
Yeah.
They're not real. And I think that it's a bit of escapism.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
It's a real chance because there are just so many people that are so insecure, so wrapped. I hope you're not an insecure person, Adam.
Well, depends on the day.
I meant like you know yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know you're Adam Corky. You know that you have a mama who loves you.
Yeah.
And you know that your sister gives you a hard time, but she loves you too.
Yeah.
And she does.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. You two have always been like that.
Yeah.
Your family loves you.
Yeah.
And you can dress up how you want to dress up. You can be who you want to be, but you know at the end of the day, you're Adam Corky.
Yeah.
And that you have a lovely fiance named Moon, and that the two of you are making a wonderful life together where for fun, you get to dress up
Yeah.
and go to events and be other people, but you
Yeah.
still come home at the end of the day and you're Adam Corky.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you're serious about it or not. And I look at anime as just a little bit of an escape for people.
Oh, 100% it is.
Right?
Yeah.
And the Haikyuu anime is about volleyball, yes?
Yep.
It's about sports.
Yep.
It's about winning or losing and people and the characters and how they deal with that. Right?
Yep.
And so maybe some teenager out there uses something that they learn or that they see on some of these, because some of them do teach you lessons.
Oh yeah, well, on Haikyuu, like when Haikyuu first came out in Shonen and Shonen Jump, it literally spiked high school volleyball like in
For
Japan
people to go play.
Yeah,
Yes.
The popularity of high school volleyball went through the roof.
I believe Amy said that.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
there you go. Facts and figures that anime isn't all bad.
Yeah.
I think anime has a lot going for it. I believe that creative people can admire the beautiful graphics.
Yeah.
And creative people can admire some of the dialogue.
Yeah.
But that it's emotional, it isn't robotic.
No.
That these characters really feel things for being a cartoon character, right? Or being an animated character. And that there are lessons in there
Yeah.
where people can learn. But there's also some sheer enjoyment of the genre itself, right? And then you can go and dress up and be those people
Yeah.
for another day. So, I still think I am anime. How am I doing?
It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't watch it on a regular basis, it's just seeped into my pores from osmosis. You live with it long enough, you
Yeah.
become it. So that would be the serious cosplayers. They live it, they eat it, they breathe it. They probably eat off of Pokemon plates and drink out of Yu-Gi-Oh cups.
Oh my god.
Right? And their tea mug is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
Love that show.
Yeah.
Zed.
Zed. Oh
Zed.
my god.
I know, Dragon Ball Z. Yes. Yes. So, and you can just about imagine the world of toys and accessories
Yeah.
and things that come from that. And somebody's making a lot of money.
Yep.
Somebody's making a lot of money. And and you know what? I actually, for a while, when you were really into this, because things go through phases.
Yep.
Right? They fade in and they fade out. And I have noticed that anime, wrestling, anything to do with this characterization, and it's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going. I mean, Fan Expo and cosplay weren't around when you were a kid, when you were little,
Yeah, no.
right? What age? Shannon said she started doing cosplay, like Fan Expo stuff, about age 12.
Yeah.
So you would have been in your later teens at that point,
Yeah, I was like 16 or something.
right?
Yeah.
So,
18? I don't
and
know.
here you are more than 10 years later,
Yeah.
and it is still a big deal. It's an even bigger deal because
Yeah.
now you're getting on a plane and going to another country to celebrate it,
Yeah.
right? So that shows that there is something to anime that makes it worth pursuing or worth keep watching.
Yeah.
Right? You get shows that come and go. Friends is done. I'm sorry to share that news with you, Adam, but
Oh my
Friends
God.
is done. I know how much you enjoy Friends. It's done. But anime goes on.
Yeah.
And is this something that is always like, are there new series coming out?
Oh
all the
yeah.
time?
Every season of like there's spring, fall, winter, summer.
Yes.
There's always going to be new series coming out.
But I don't mean not like, Naruto has what, 5,000 episodes?
No, it's got like 900 or 700 something.
Yeah, 5,000. I ran out of fingers and toes.
Yeah.
That's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Yep.
talking, is there like a brand new series? Or are we just coasting on what's already been out there? Like
No.
One Piece and
No,
Bleach
there's new
and-
series coming out every season.
Now, I see Sailor Moon has evolved. Sailor Moon just isn't Sailor Moon. There's other Sailor Moons.
Yeah.
Are they sort of branches of, or is
no,
it still
it's
Sailor
the same. It's the same story.
Okay.
It's just more closer to the source material. The '90s
Right.
one deviated from the source material
probably
a
to
lot.
make it American enough
yes,
for audiences.
to make it an Americanized. But with Crystal, it's more closer to the manga.
Yeah, I just see all these. Okay, it's closer to the. So, is there still new manga coming out
Yep.
there? So there's new, and then when you go to the bookstore and you see this massive selection of manga, how do you choose?
I usually go off recommendation, or
Okay.
if I've watched the anime and I want to read more because the anime is not anime. It depends on what like genre it is. Sometimes only get one season.
Yes, and that
And-
happens, but
and
that
then-
happens on Netflix.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happens on Prime. That
Yeah.
happens. That happens on cable
so,
TV.
So sometimes I'll watch the anime being like, I want more, and then pick it up from there.
Okay, so did manga inspire anime, or did anime inspire manga? I'm assuming manga was
inspired
first,
anime, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Manga was first, and then they said, "Gee, we can make this for."
Yeah, essentially what anime is an advertisement for the manga.
Ah.
Yeah.
So a Disney movie is a retelling of a story, usually an old story. Not saying in the beginning they were all fairy tales,
Yes.
right? Brought to life. Now with the new ones, they are new stories, just animated beautifully to be a Disney movie. But so is there anime out there that isn't manga?
Yeah, there's anime originals.
Okay.
Yeah, there are anime originals. There's about maybe 2 or 3 every season.
Okay. And if with all of this out there, how do you choose?
It's personal preference.
Personal preference.
It all depends.
If I were to, sit down and say, I'm going to watch anime, I would probably go to you for a recommendation.
Yeah.
Because you know what 29-year-olds like to watch.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because you're almost 29.
I know.
I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to be twins soon.
Yeah, that's going
Right?
to be a little awkward to explain to people, but yeah.
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 You just say, I have a young mom.
Yeah.
I have a young mom. She is anime.
Yeah. Oh my god. It all depends on preference, and it kind of I go in if I hear, like, I use TikTok a lot for
Yes.
recommendations.
Okay.
If I hear a manga being recommended to me more than 3 times, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look it up online and be like, what is this about, and then I'll make my decision.
Oh, that's what I was doing when I was saying, okay,
Yeah.
I got to go see Adam.
Yeah.
I got to do some research. After finding out about Lloyd
Yeah.
and Tanjiro,
Yeah.
I was just doing a little research out there, and I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah. It's
Honestly.
very difficult because there's so much.
Yes.
There's so much to just like wrap your head around.
Yes.
You kind of
I got to get used to, I got to get used to believing in a non-live. You know how when you're watching a regular series on TV, it's somebody's life, you see the road, and it's real.
yeah.
And this is all cartoon. This is why I was really having this hard time with you and romance. But now that you've explained it in terms of, well, they had romance in Disney movies, Mom. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that was always at the end. It was only for a very short period of time.
Yeah, but this
So you see them kissing and hugging on anime, and I'm like, really? That is appealing to you?
No, it's more the journey than anything.
All right. Because I was getting a little scared. Thinking, what don't I know about my kid?
Oh my god.
Right? So, Sailor Moon's been out there for a long time, and she's had this crush on Tuxedo Mask when I was watching it. Has she got herself a boyfriend yet?
Yeah, Tuxedo Mask.
She did. She ended up with him. Whoa!
Yeah.
Good going, girlfriend.
They're soulmates.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's good to know. And Dragon Ball Z, the guy had a wife and a kid.
Yep.
Is he like still doing this for a job, or is he
Goku
back home with his
beats the shit out of people for
right?
For work.
Goes to he takes his lunchbox. You remember the
Yep.
Bugs Bunny cartoon with the
Yep.
sheepdog and the wolf?
Yeah.
And they meet and clocking in and clocking out. So Goku,
And
does he
Frieza
still
just-
clock? Does he,
No,
does he friends with Piccolo now? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
I are the series is still going on, right?
No.
So how did it end? Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Did he go home to his wife and kid and get a real job?
A lot happens.
Yeah, you don't have to get into it.
Yeah, a lot happens, but yeah, he's alive for now.
For now. Okay, good.
Because he dies he's like Victor. He dies like 34 times.
See what I mean?
See?
Anime
Young and the
is a
Restless.
soap opera.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to start a trend. It's going to be hashtagging anywhere. Anime is a soap opera.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I just wonder, like, is Pokemon done?
The original with Ash. So
Did he graduate school and now he's too old for Pokemon?
he won he actually won the Pokemon Master after 20 years.
This actually like rings bells. Okay.
Yeah. It was like earlier this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I have friends who have a son who's 6. I saw him this summer. Guess what he's into?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, my son was 6 and he was into Pokemon. He's showing me his Pokemon book and I'm like, oh, I remember Pokemon books. He's got a Pokeball. I'm like, is this still?
Oh yeah.
Are they showing old episodes? Or are they showing new episodes? Like, I mean, how?
Kind of both.
Kind of both. Okay.
It's really popular on Netflix.
Okay.
They have, I think they have almost all of the series. I don't know. The
I
newer
should go.
ones, at
I should
least.
go back and watch it because
Yeah.
during the pandemic, I went back and I watched the entire series, everything I could find on Netflix from the very beginning to the end of Star Trek.
Oh my God.
I went right back to William Shatner
Jesus.
and Leonard Nimoy in order, and I binged watched it while I was busy hooking.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Sorry, people, making blankets. And I watched all of that. So now I'm going to probably have to renew my subscription to Netflix. And I'm going to go back and watch Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I actually I really enjoyed Sailor Moon. I don't know why these two stuck in my head. So what's Yu-Gi-Oh doing these days?
Yu-Gi-Oh has Yu-Gi-Oh is the same with Pokemon. It has different spin-offs, but
Okay.
but with Yu-Gi-Oh it's different characters.
So like,
So the original Yu-Gi-Oh that I watched
yes.
finished in like 2004 or something. Now there's like GX, or GX,
okay.
not GX, or Zexal. There's a bunch of I've completely
You're done.
You're
done.
I have
You're
no
true
idea
to the
what's going
original,
on. Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I watched the original Star Trek, and it wasn't really that many episodes. And then you get into Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
And you get into all of the other ones, and I went, actually, they did a really good job. Because you still had the aliens, more cosplayers. I'm telling you,
Yep.
I am anime.
Oh my God.
More cosplayers, and I felt that they did a pretty good job. There was a couple of times they went off on a tangent, and I wondered, does anime do that? Go off on a tangent? And then you started talking about fillers, and I thought, yeah, that's when you go off on a tangent. That's where you're just kind of,
Yeah,
hovering in place
Yeah.
while you get your next move. Right? And I thought, okay. But I felt overall that series went through. So in order to have Naruto with 900 episodes, are 400 of it filler?
No. A lot of, I wouldn't say 400. I would say
200.
a lot is, there is a lot of filler because the reason they were making the manga
at the same time as they were doing the animation.
So they had to wait to catch up, so they put in filler.
Yes. That makes perfect sense. I understand that. So do you recall, or were you just so fascinated as a child? Because when I heard this term filler, I started thinking, was Pokemon full of filler? Was Yu-Gi-Oh? I can recall some filler, especially Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
The
Dragon Ball was
fight goes
full
on.
of fucking filler.
It's a half-hour episode.
Yep.
Yes, you've got all your advertisements, so that brings it down to 22 minutes.
Yep.
And out of that 22 minutes,
They're just screaming.
they're just fighting back and forth. Pow, kabam, like the old Batman comics. Pow, kabam, pow, pow, kabam, right? So I thought, now, I don't recall. There's some filler in Pokemon. Takes forever to get to the battleground.
Yeah.
Takes forever to get through the fight. And then, and I don't think a lot of filler in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that was pretty...
It was pretty, like...
And
cut
then
and
here's
dry.
poor little Digimon lost to the wayside. It just never went anywhere, did it?
I mean, it's still popular.
With who? I don't know anybody that... I don't see it. I don't hear... Well, kudos to you. Digimon rocks.
Yeah. But yeah, they just redid the first season, like with like updated animation and kind of stuff like that. So that's going on. There's been several. It's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh. There's been several sub genre, not genre, sub shows outside of the main one, the first one.
And then you have anime as a movie. So Dragon Ball Z was a movie.
Yeah, they have movies. Yeah,
they have movies like in theaters, like Disney movies.
Yep.
So Pokemon, was Yu-Gi-Oh ever a movie?
Yep, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Okay.
Yep.
So why don't, with all the animation out there, is there not one that should be a movie?
I mean, it depends. It all depends on like budget, because making a movie is a lot more money.
Right. I mean, to see some of this animation in big giant screens would be mind-blowing.
Oh yeah, like when we saw there's Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer made a movie?
Oh well, it's a movie.
Ooh.
So they're one.
Now that I've been introduced to this little guy over here with the earrings and the sword.
Yeah.
Did you see I put earrings on?
Oh, I saw.
Yeah. You know what? I am left-handed. And 99% of the world is not.
Yeah.
This is just an aside. I'm reading the instructions on making the guy's head.
Yeah.
And I had to make this scar.
Yeah.
That guy's head has been made 5 times. Because I'm left-handed, I go the opposite way around the circle of the head. And you're starting from the top of the head and working your way down. Okay. So I had to start at the top of the head. I would make the scar and I would pull up a picture and go, that's wrong, and pull it out.
God.
Yeah. At one point
Poor
in
guy.
time, I even reversed. I got to the end, and instead of going around and around, I turned around and went the other way and made it again.
Yeah.
And pulled it out. I did this 5 times, and I
Jesus.
finally went, I don't even know who you are, dude. I know that at some point in the time here, we have to put in 10 millimeter eyes and crochet you some hair.
Yeah.
Maybe I can hide some of this scar. But in the end, I felt it turned out okay.
Yeah, it looks great.
So I finished the head and I'm making the little body.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they said, make the earrings. I'm like, earrings? I just thought that was part of his hair. So then I had make these earrings. I'm like, okay. And then closer to the end, and I remember them telling me in the pattern that I needed this light gray yarn.
Yeah.
So I ordered in this whole ball of light gray yarn. And I'm like, okay, so I've got the body done. I've got this jacket done. I get to the sword. And I need a piece about, 3 inches long.
Yeah.
So I had to order a whole ball of gray yarn for a piece 3 inches long.
Oh
but
my
I thought,
God.
no, let's stay true to the anime.
Yeah.
Because I am anime.
Oh my God.
It comes out of my fingers now. So I have a superpower.
Yeah.
I can make anime.
There you go.
That's my superpower.
That's so funny.
I know. And it just, you know what? And like I said, if you ask your dad, I did a lot of cussing
Yeah.
because the parts are so small.
Oh yeah, like it blows my mind how you
Because
could.
Sailor Moon is okay. She's 8 inches
Yeah,
tall. Just
yeah.
so people can get an idea of how big she is. She's 8 inches tall. And you start at the feet.
Yeah.
well, I think you start at the head. I think I made the head first, and
Yeah.
then you start at the feet and you work your way up, right? And then I had to make her arms. I was cussing at that. I had to make her skirt. I made her skirt twice. I had to make the little bow in the front. I took the instructions and went, I'm going to make my own bow. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The hair was a challenge because you're reading someone else's instructions.
Yeah.
So, and this is what made me think more that I'm anime, because anime is originally, I'm assuming, done in Japanese,
Yeah.
and then you sub or dub, right? So here I am, subbing and dubbing.
Oh my God.
This instruction
Jesus.
has to go down the way and back up the way and down
Yeah.
the way and back up the way, and all that is crocheted, and then in some cases they cheated and glued.
Oh.
I did not. I stayed true to the anime,
Oh my God.
and all that is sewn in.
They look freaking
Yes.
fantastic.
So, as I said, Sailor Moon is 8 inches tall, and Lloyd and Tanjiro are 4 inches tall.
I love it.
So that made their hands and feet even smaller. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the tie.
Yeah.
The tie. Lloyd, actually, I cheated a little bit because they actually made little collars and stuff.
Oh my God.
For his jacket, and I went, I'm
No,
just going to
no.
fold the jacket.
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So the hair. The hair took ages. You make the hair on the head, and then you add more layers. You keep. I did it with the Tanjiro as well.
Yeah.
You add more layers, and I just said, okay, just channel your inner anime,
Oh my God.
and look what the result was.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. Right? Okay. Adam,
Yeah.
do you have any more questions
I
about your childhood and anime?
think we covered it all.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you so much for being on here.
Wait,
Oh,
have I been on here longer than Tanner?
I think so. We're getting to
Tanner
that.
was 1 hour and 19 minutes. I
Oh, we're
think.
at 112.
We have to go.
Okay.
I promised my coworkers that know about this
Okay.
that we would go
Okay.
longer than Tanner. Actually, I was predicting that this would be a 2-episode podcast.
Oh my God.
For the simple reason that my son would have so many questions
God.
about the fact that his mom, is anime.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you why I think I'm anime.
Okay.
My birthday is Halloween,
Okay. Yep.
right?
Yep.
Who else would be able to dress up in any character they wanted to be than someone born on Halloween?
Oh my.
Therefore, you are mine.
Yeah.
So I had an anime child.
Oh my.
And-
Jesus fuck.
Oh, see, you were doing so well. You
I-
hardly swore in this
I know.
podcast till now.
Well, I've sworn in the podcast.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, this is my theory.
Yeah.
And of course, you know what episode that I would like to be. What number of episode
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would like to be.
Yep.
I would like to, whether this happens or not, and I hope it does, I would like to be episode 11!
Apologies for headphone users there.
Because one of my favorite videos is 2 Scottish gentlemen in an elevator with a voice activated elevator operator who doesn't understand what floor they want to be on. And this has become over the years my favorite number. And guess what? Those 2 would be awesome if they were animated.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
Oh God.
Yes. 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 Now, I have one more question.
Okay.
Your dad brought you home all of the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon stuff,
Yep.
but he brought your sister Hello Kitty.
Yes.
Is Hello Kitty anime?
I think so. Yeah.
That counts as anime?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like animated. Yeah.
It's animated. It's from Japan.
Yeah.
So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not
No.
anime because is that American?
Yeah.
But their sensei was Japanese.
I know, but it's not made in Japan.
But their sensei was Japanese. You have no answer for this. You loved the Turtles.
I do. They're just not anime. It's okay.
It's not okay.
They're American animation.
But in Japan, they would be anime.
Casper, can you not step on the laptop? That'd be great. Thank you.
In Japan, they would be anime.
No, they're not.
Yes, because in Japan, what we call anime is not anime.
Oh my God.
So to them, what we don't call anime is their anime. So my justification is, see, the cat agrees with me because he's come to my side of the...
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So don't you think? So Hello Kitty is anime, and I'm going to say for the record, because I am anime, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Oh my God.
is anime.
Dear
because in
Lord.
Japan, it's anime. And the sensei, what? His name has escaped me.
Shredder. Not Shredder.
Not Shredder.
Splinter.
Splinter. Shredder's the
bad
bad
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
No, he can be American. Sorry. No offense. It's just, So what do you think? You're going to agree with me because you're the anime child.
Oh my God. Good Lord.
You are the child of anime.
Oh God.
You don't agree with me, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't think I'm anime?
No, you can.
It comes out of my fingers. I have a superpower. Come on. Dragon Ball Z.
God.
And comes out of the fingers.
Yeah.
Right? Who else? Somebody else has a superpower that
I don't know.
comes out of their fingers. I don't know.
What's his name? Palpatine from Star Wars has the thunder come out of his fingers.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Now, I don't know a lot. I remember going to see Star Wars when I was a kid,
Yeah.
like 25 years ago, when I was 5,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Because I might turn 30 soon.
Yeah.
You've been told.
Yeah. Oh God.
I will let you know when that
Okay.
officially happens. It
Okay.
won't be this Halloween, though.
Okay.
Maybe next Halloween.
right.
I'm still enjoying being 29. So my superpower is making anime.
Yep.
I make anime children.
Yep.
I make anime toys.
Yep.
I buy anime with my hands. Press the button on Amazon. No. And I read. I am now reading a book about anime. I'm making anime. I'm going to see my anime son. I'm going to talk about anime.
Oh my God.
I can't be wrong on this. Now, have I beat Tanner?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nope. You got. I don't know. I don't know how. I'm gonna check the.
You check how long the podcast was. Well,
Yeah.
while I ask you one more question.
Okay.
Anime and video games. So there's Pokemon video games
Yep. Oh yeah, that's where they started, I think.
where they started.
Yeah.
So do a lot of video games come out of Japan? So
Yeah,
something
quite a few.
something like, well, I know that wrestling doesn't,
No.
but something.
Well, it depends on the wrestling.
Okay.
There is
What about
Japanese
something like
wrestling.
Zelda or Mario
Yeah, that's
Brothers?
Nintendo. Nintendo is all Japanese.
It's all Japanese. Okay. So would you say some of the anime started as a video game?
Yeah, sometimes.
And I'm asking because of this book. I'm asking because of the book I'm reading.
I'm gonna have to check that, just to if the Pokemon thing, because I think it was a video game first. I want to say, but if Google will load.
If Google will load.
Yeah.
It's like, who came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
I say the chicken was here first because the chicken has to sit on the egg to get it to hatch.
1996,
And if you're just an egg with no chicken to sit on you, you're never going to be a chicken.
First.
I love how you listen to your mother.
I am. Yep. 1997. So the video game was first.
The video, for what?
Pokemon.
So the video game was first and somebody went, hey, is there manga for
Yeah,
Pokemon?
there's a little bit of manga, but it's not like, it doesn't follow the show a lot.
No.
Yeah, there's different like sub.
I just say
out
that
there.
manga for Pokemon is your Pokemon manuals.
Yeah.
Now, was there manga for Sailor Moon?
Yes. There was a manga first.
Okay. I'm just trying to, sort all this out. I am a little tiny bit OCD about some stuff. And like if I'm binge watching, I have to start at the beginning and I have to watch the episodes in order. It's the same with when I'm reading a series. If I get very annoyed if the library skips something in a series, it's very annoying. It's very, very annoying. So this is where you get some of your tendencies, my son.
Great.
Because you're a manga child. No, you're an anime child.
Oh my God.
My apologies for that. But you still like to read, right?
Yep.
And you read manga.
Yep.
Do you still read Shonen Jump?
I have the Shonen Jump app. So yes, I do.
Oh, very good. So can I just ask a really offbeat question? Where does Spider-Man come into all this?
What?
Right?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, I know you cosplay Spider-Man.
Oh, growing up, I just always loved Spider-Man.
Out of Batman, Superman, all of them, Spider-Man.
Yeah. He was
Spider-Man
always,
the cartoon or Spider-Man the movie?
both.
Both.
I really liked I watched the 90s one growing up.
Yes.
I watched the 60s one growing up.
The 60s one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it was
I
like,
watched that.
Yeah.
After I was born, of course.
Of course.
29 years
Yeah.
ago.
But yeah, I watched that growing up, and then it's just been a character that I like connect with a lot.
You connect with Spider-Man. So is there an anime character that you particularly connect with?
Yeah, a lot.
Who?
Deku from My Hero Academia, Yuta from Jujutsu Kaisen. Trying to think.
Goku?
No.
Oh.
I'm not perfect.
I don't think Goku's perfect.
Goku is pretty much like the most powerful person.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you connect with Sailor Moon?
Yeah. I connect with Sailor Moon.
And Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not the characters are a little too like out there for me to be like,
you know
I
what?
see myself.
Yes, but you know what? I think that it almost appears to me, I believe Pokemon was out before Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yes.
So here's Pokemon out there with these kids, Ash and Misty, who look extremely North American,
Yeah.
running around playing games all day long. I don't know how they ever got any schoolwork done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? And then you break, and they come across as your average kid. And then Yu-Gi-Oh comes along.
Yeah.
And I think it had to come along to be the opposite.
Yeah.
The opposite. Because you can't have normal
No.
and without having abnormal. So you either makes you appreciate Pokemon more.
Yeah.
Or you go, whoa, these characters are out there, dude.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
Because I did like Yu-Gi-Oh. I did. I really did like Yu-Gi-Oh. But I also thought that Ash was just this kid. Just a kid. Just a kid.
Yep.
With a Pokeball.
Yep.
Yes.
And I think Comey from Comey Can't Communicate as well. That's the one I have on my wrist.
The one you. Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, the one with social anxiety.
Social. Not that you have that, my son.
No, not at all.
No. And
no.
dressing up and going out in public doesn't do anything for your social
No,
anxiety.
Not at all.
No. Oh, muffin.
But yeah.
Muffin.
But yeah, those three are the kind of main three I connect with.
That's good. And that's good. And they are people who you feel their lives are similar?
Well, their background
Because
is similar.
you come from a broken home.
No.
You have a mom who's only 29 years old your whole
God.
entire
Jesus
life,
Christ.
and a dad who travels.
Yeah. No. It was just the Deku and Yuta get bullied a lot in the series.
You know,
So-
you said something in
Yeah.
a previous podcast about bullying,
Yeah.
and you were a very quiet kid, and I personally only remember one incident of bullying, and that was on the bus
Yeah.
for high school, because
Yeah.
I went to somebody about it and said, this is so wrong. But I felt that you had some good friends in school.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing. See, parents, you
Yep.
don't know what your children are doing when they're not home. You don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
But I always felt like if you were not coping with it, you could go to your parents about
Yeah,
it?
it was just that teenager mentality
Yes.
where it's like,
well, you were in the basement.
I'm so alone. You know,
You were in the basement reading Nicholas Sparks, watching wrestling, and thinking about, if I'm an anime child, why am I not acting like an anime child? I need to get myself some costumes.
Yeah.
I really need to get Shonen Jump in my life.
You've officially beaten Tanner, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tanner. I love you. I do. And your bringing treats inspired me to bring something. So, Tanner, I just had a thing with my coworkers and I told them that I would try and beat Tanner's episode. Now, that doesn't mean Adam won't edit me down.
I mean, I will.
Right?
It still won't be enough to be like, to not beat him.
I was aiming for 2, but hey.
Oh God, no! I got stuff to do.
You got stuff. Listen, your mother's here to visit you today.
Oh my God.
You don't have stuff to do.
Oh my God.
Unless you're making me lunch.
I can make you lunch.
Yes. Is it going to be like anime macaroni and cheese?
Fuck no. That's gross.
I remember when I used to take you to England to visit your grandparents, we used to be able to go into the store and you could buy like Thomas the Tank Engine noodles.
Yeah.
And when Tanner was over, I was thinking, like, do they make anything besides junk food?
No.
Oh.
Not a lot. It's either that or it's expensive.
Yes.
Because it's imported.
It's imported, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Are you sure that you're going to run this episode?
Oh, I am sure.
Okay.
Yeah. God.
Episode 11, people.
Oh, my God.
Episode 11.
All right.
Adam's mama comes to town.
Oh, God. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Do you want to know
What?
where I'm going to post these pictures?
Yes, absolutely.
I do have an Instagram
Okay.
account.
Then plug yourself.
To most of your anime listeners, I'm a boring individual.
Oh, my God.
Because most of my Instagram account is just my other needlework.
Yeah.
But I will post these pictures because I am really proud of what I've created. So I'm going to post these pictures for people to see on my Instagram account, which is, Maggie Corky, which is a lot like Adam Corky, because maybe we're related.
I can link it in the description for you.
Thank you, my son.
No problem.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So go and have a look and tell me if I did a good Tanjiro.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You guys.
I love you, Adam.
Oh, I love you too.
That's a good boy.
All right. You guys know where to follow me. Corky Cosplays on Instagram. Adam Corky everywhere else. And if you want to donate to the show, that's Ko-fi.com/Adam Corky. So yeah, I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.